Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Delusional's Arcade. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hitting the subscribe button below. We have tons of stuff in store, and if you are coming back, welcome back. But I do have an exciting episode. This is one of the pieces that I got in this barn raid that I did. This is Blazing Star. I actually did a last credit on this, I don't know, a couple weeks ago. You can click on this link if you want to see it. But this I got for like 40 bucks, and Blazing Star, as you know, is worth a lot more. So we're gonna have a whole bunch of stuff that we dig through, so we're gonna just jump right into it. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and go on this barn raid. All right, so we're here. My buddy's walking around. We actually checked out a couple things, so check this out. I think that's a Neo Geo. It's been converted. And I can't remember what this is. He said it was some sort of basketball game that was converted as well. It has a Konami logo on it. But, so we're in here picking stuff. This looks like a head-to-head, actually. I think he said it was a sports game. Yeah, let me just get in here. It's really hard to get in. We knew it would be like this, but check this out. So, almost looks like it has the Street Fighter buttons. Yeah, so this one has like these buttons here. They're a little awkward. This looks like it's 4 players because you have 1 player here, the other one there. And then it's almost like, I guess, Konami's answer to the Versus Cab. But it's a lot smaller too. It's kind of cool. And then up here, I guess it would be the marquee and everything lights up. What else we got here? Oh, Motocross Go. Wow, big monitors. Oh, we got a Blitz 2000 Gold and Showtime. This one has the 49-way joysticks on there. Arctic Thunder, at least part of it. I think this is the rest of it right here. Yeah, let me turn on some light so you guys can see. What else we got here? Jukebox. Check that out, Great White. Yeah, that's throwing back. And then PGA Tour Golf, the trackball. Let's move on. I'll get the other side in a minute. It looks like it's just parts, PCBs. This looks like a shifter knob up there. Oh, he has some coin boxes and stuff. What else we got here? We got some PCBs. I think he has like 200 or 300 PCBs, he was saying, so we'll have to look. I know he has coin doors here. I wonder if he's getting rid of any of these. Or if he's going to keep any. But, yep. And then more parts. Looks like there's cages and stuff in there. And we got some guns, a rifle, and looks like more PCBs, coin boxes as well. Got a coin door here. Looks pretty generic. And then that looks like, what is it? Oh, Rush the Rock. Cool, so he has Guitar Hero in there. Look at all these wires, look at all these harnesses. That's crazy to me. It looks like it was all in there and just all came out. But yeah, he even has some handlebars. Oh, this is for the game we just saw over there. What was it? Yeah, Arctic Thunder. Yeah, because the control panel's off on it. I can see it right there. So this is actually the control panel for that. Does he have 2? Looks like he has another one right there. And then there's some CPs down here. Let me check this out. See what he got. I mean, we're literally crawling around. Oh, this is Rastan. Wow, Rastan control panel. Now this is something that I'm not interested in, but if you guys let me know, I can always contact my guy and see if he'll mail them if you're interested. Looks like there's some other stuff in there. I can't really tell. I'd have to take it out to see. And you can see all the way in there, there's more stuff. So I'd have to move this shelf and figure out how to get back there. But it looks like he has a Virtua Racing back there. Let me brighten it up a little bit. Buck Hunter. Let's zoom in so we can see. So I'm gonna have to climb back there. I can't really tell what those are. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. If you know what all this stuff is. By the side art right there. This is Crossfire, Maximum Paintball, Team Play. So he likes a lot of the big games. We got Virtual Fighter right here. Raiden Fighters 2. I'd be interested in that cab, but, or maybe in the board test. I'm going to ask him because you could always convert these. I wonder if he wants to sell the board. I think this one plays blind, he was saying. It has a bigger monitor in there, but Buck Hunter, we got some coin doors. This one's cool. Check this out. I almost bought one of these. This is Monaco. It's a Monaco GP, I want to say, by Sega. I can't remember. Sega Racing Spirit. But yeah, it's cool. You can't really see it, but they have like, see how the wheels are on the side? That's really, really cool side art. It's really a nice looking cab. And I almost traded, I actually had the Final Lap 3, which he has over there. And, you know, I was going to take this and do a trade, but it ended up falling through. The guy kind of flaked out. This is cool, virtual racing, like we saw. And, oh, he has Daytona USA stand-up. I've never seen that. I've only seen sit-downs. That's cool. You got some more, looks like a bowling game. Oh, Silver Strike. Cool. Someone wrote good monitor on here, but it's gone. And this is Buck Hunter CP. And another Silver Strike bowling, but this has a monitor in there. And it looks like, yeah, it looks like the trackball and everything is intact. You can see right there. Cruising World. Trophy hunting. And this is the one we're getting for Steve. It says Steve sold. We're picking this up for a friend of ours. It's Top Speed. Pretty cool game by Romstar. I guess the same guys that make Arkanoid. Kind of like a Chase HQ feel to it, but a little different. So he's picking this up. It's cool that it has a credit button and that they did not drill it. They actually, that's very clever that they put it inside the, where the key goes. And yeah, it's cool. It has nitro and stuff, high and low. And then this one looks like I said, it was a Neo Geo. We're gonna have to actually move this in order to get it out. I'm trying to climb through, guys. Man, really hard to fit. So let me turn the light off now. But yeah, so that's one of them. And then let's go inside here. Check it out. It's more stuff. So we has LA Machine Guns by Sega. I mean, like I said, go big or go home. He really likes the big machines here. So this is stuff, his workshop where he works on stuff. He pulls them out. This is stuff I think he just picked up. This one's called Star Trek Voyager. This thing, I want to say it's a 40-something inch. It looks big. It doesn't, there could be a 36-inch TV. I don't know. It looks big. Like, look at my hand in comparison. You know, so, wow. And it's 75 cents to play. And then here we got a World Class Bowling Deluxe. Yep, I've seen these before. We got a PCB here. It looks like, I think this is mine actually. Yeah, this is my Blazing Star. I actually bought this. You know, I paid him ahead of time for it because I want a one slot. I want to build a Neo Geo bar top with an actual Neo Geo CP in there where I could change the cartridges. I think it'd be pretty badass. So this already is mine. I think I paid, I want to say 40 bucks for this whole thing, including Blazing Star. So that's a deal. This one I think he's working on for a customer. So, you know, we tried messing with it. It's playing a little weird. It has horizontal collapse. But King of the Route 66, this is cool. It's a pretty big cab here. And then this one I believe is already sold. It's a Galaga. If the guy falls through for any reason, I told him I'm interested in it for sure. It's in pretty decent shape. I believe it plays blind. So he got it, he said he would got it for nothing through a trade. And I'd have to figure out how much, you know, I think he wants a lot for it. And I don't know if I want to spend that amount of money, to be honest. So, you know, it's not a grail for me, but it'd be nice to have in my midway row. And then what do we got over here? We got another Deer Hunting USA. And then we have Final Lap 3. I used to own this, you guys know. If you missed it, you can check out this episode right here above where I picked this up. I had a triple pickup that day. Pretty fun cab. You can actually link them together if you have more than one. I only had one, but this one here, he said it semi-works. It needs a new power supply actually, and then it needs a monitor as well. So, and as you guys know, I already have the big monitors. And this one here is LA machine guns like we saw. So, all right, so let's go to other places and see what else we got. And I guess this is some other stuff. We're outside. He picked this up, I believe it was today or yesterday. It's pretty recent, that's why it's outside. But I think he got this at an auction. There was a guy, he said his buddy of his had stuff that he bought. Looks like he paid 10 bucks for it, plus the fees. And then this is cool. This would be a nice little, I mean, it has burn-in and stuff, but you could always do a tube swap. You can see it says Galaxy, it's burned in. And make this a 60-in-1 and have a really, this is actually in really nice shape. I would actually consider getting something like this, you know, making a cabaret out of it. But let's go see this other stuff. He has a Mega Touch here. I'm not really a fan of the stand-up Mega Touches. I prefer the countertops, but you know, it's all it is a PC that's modified with a touch screen. And then we have another gun game called Hyper Neo Geo 64 by SNK. I'd never heard of this. Cool. I mean, this is in nice shape actually, considering. And then you got the plastic guns. I'm sure they have recoil. And it looks like here Beast Busters is the name of the game that's in there. So I'm guessing that it's a system that came out after the Neo Geo. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but pretty cool. And we got a change machine. I've always wanted one. These things are freaking heavy though. But I would love to have this spit out, you know, my tokens. But people were saying they're really hard to get working. I don't know. Pretty neat. Oh, he has another one right here. So these look like stuff you get from an auction. So this is probably the auction stuff. Then you got Talon. It's a claw game. What else we got? We got another claw game right there. Magic Mart looks kind of neat. It looks like a redemption game. Let me go over here and check it out. What do we got back there? Global VR. Vortec V3. Oh, Daytona. So another stand-up. Or it could be the sit-down, I'm not really sure. All right, let's go on the other side, see what else we got. Okay, so we got another trailer here. So, hey, it looks like they have Mega Touches. You know, I like the countertops, and I'm really a fan of the CRT ones, just because they're old school. If we look over here, we got a football game. What do we got? I can't see. There's a quarterback here. Let me turn on the light here, guys. There we go. So it looks like there's some vice grips on there, but there's a quarterback, halfback, but I'm trying to figure out, it has no side art. I wonder if this is a cabinet. This is, if you guys remember in a previous video, I was trying to figure out what the cabinet was at Steve's place. And it looked like a gauntlet that was chopped, but it didn't have the notch in the back. So I was trying to figure it out, but I think it's this game right here. I think Jacob owned it. But yeah, so it originally had a big monitor in there, you know. And this is the control panel that wrapped around it. So if you guys know the name of the game, put it in the comments. I had it. I used to know what it was because I discussed it with a few people on Facebook. I was trying to figure out what it was. And it looks like Target Terror are these two right here. I wonder if they had them linked up or if they're even linkable. Then you have Golden T99. And this one here is Star Trek Voyager. I think that's the other part of that cabinet that we saw inside there. Yeah, because this is a seat, you see? You can sit down. And then over here, you got kind of a cabaret looking machine with a 19-inch monitor. Huh. Let's check this out. Huh. So basically it was a poker machine. This can be easily converted to a 60-in-1. You know, make it look nice. It looks like they already chopped it up a little bit to try. But, interesting. It's a little big for a cabaret size. And then back there we already saw what they got. So we're gonna go on another piece of the property Maybe I'll see what I can do about the Galaga. It would be nice if I get a really nice, a nice catch with that. That'd be really nice. Let's see what we can do. So right now they're in the process of removing the stuff, the games, you know, and taking it out with the tractor over here. So they're loading it up. Very nice. Cool. So that's Steve's. It's going to Fireball Arcade. And we're gonna go ahead. So let me stop, let me give him a hand over here. All right, so we got, what was it, Top Speed, Jay?
Yeah, this is Top.
It's by Romstar. It's the same people that do Arkanoid.
Yep.
I like how they put the credit button
there
in here. I wonder if they drilled though. It's very possible they did, or they kind of figured it out. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like they drilled. There's no way a regular button would fit in there. So he's probably gonna need to figure out what to do with that. Maybe plug it up.
Yeah.
All right, so we're here at the other property. We already grabbed that game, and what we're gonna do, there's tons of trailers in here full of stuff. We're gonna go around the property and check it out.
Very nice. How old were they when they lived here up until? Pa died when he was right at 82.
Wow.
But the road used to run right here.
I'm gonna climb in right here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me turn on the light. All right. So we're in here, we're gonna check it out on one of the trailers. Okay, so he has a lot of big games. Looks like NASCAR Arcade. Yep. Wow, that is a big, big unit. Check that out. So there's one here. There's another here. What else we got here? Oh, they're numbered too. That's cool. So that's 3. And then this is another one. So I guess he has different games. So it looks like 3 of those. Whoa. Off-Road Challenge by Midway. Nice. Cool. So I guess he has the seat stored somewhere else. Another crane game. And then this, I guess it's a redemption game. Super Banquet. Check it out. It has a, similar to a plunger here. Nice. All right, let's climb down and look at more stuff. All right, we're by another trailer here.
There's Miss Pat cocktail in there, Jay.
Is it really?
Yeah.
One of them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah, these you get all often. It's pretty cool.
I think I remember seeing that Miss Pat last year when I was here.
So these are like poker machines and stuff. Oh, check it out, a Miss Pac.
It's like a little tackle.
It's wrapped up pretty good. You could tell people were trying to look at it to see. And it's, is this reverse printed on there? I think it, no, it's not. I can see it's kind of bent here. Can you see that, guys? So I'm thinking it was replaced like with an overlay. But definitely is an original. You can tell on the bottom. Pretty cool. You got Breeders' Cup. Oh, wow. You can see the control panel. And then what is that back there? Cherry, looks like another poker game. That one looks like another poker game. And this one right here, I can't tell what this black one is. I'm really curious what it would be. Oops, there we go. I'm gonna try to get in here, check it out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a reverse trick to see if I can get in there to see what it is. Holding the camera, and there's no marquee. So, what's underneath there? Let's see, what are you? What are you? Oh, it's another poker game. Okay, so, about these, let me tell you, you can convert these. They're a dime a dozen, but you can convert these to 60 ones, you know. Depending if the monitor works. So, let's check out some more over here. Wow. Tons more stuff. Let's check it out.
Oh, you have another Galaga.
Does he really?
Or what's, I can't.
It might be a Midway.
Galaga, it's a little bit of everything.
So we got maximum speed. Oh, you have Area 51 in there. And I can't really see the rest, but.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a conversion. I'd be interested in that, even though it's a conversion. Because it's Rockola. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that is a Rockola cabinet for Nibbler. Check it out, guys.
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, you're gonna go in? Yeah, I'm gonna step in there in a minute.
seen better days. If I'm not mistaken, it
Carnival King.
comes on and works.
Let's see.
It's in rough shape. Yeah, it's all mushy. It's in rough shape.
What's that?
And this is the Miss Pat cab.
Oh, half the side is gone?
Yeah, it's like
Oh, yeah.
it's a really rough shape.
12, 13-inch monitor in it, maybe.
He said it does work, but
I think it did work.
I don't think I'm gonna do this one, Jay.
Look at that cabinet. Right there.
There's another Mega Touch in here.
Is it?
Yeah, a bigger one.
Oh, the floor model? I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna get in there with you. Let me turn on the light and get some.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, you put the monitor down in it.
Yeah, here's a Mega Touch right here. Would you be interested in
No.
that?
I don't know. It's Megaforce 2005.
Well, he found one in the other
This is
bowl
funny. That's Matchmaker.
that I might actually
cool.
be interested in.
That?
No. There's another one, a flat
Oh,
screen one
Crazy Speed.
that I'm interested in.
But this one looks pretty cool, dude. Here's a nibbler.
That cab? What would you do with it?
Put a nibbler in it.
Would you?
Ugh, let me look over here. Sometimes.
Oh, it's too bad.
So they converted it,
I was
looks
hoping
like
that
to a
maybe
Galaga,
what
but
you
look,
sent me were, like, worse than
it's a Rockola cab.
It's really in.
It's rough.
Yeah.
It's a Rockola cab.
I was going to mainly
I would just
marquee, the
part
board.
it out. Yeah. Like.
Wonder if
But
you
I
could
think,
tell what it is here.
A guy traded me that in on it and we plugged it up.
It's blue because it has some scratches in it right there.
Work, but it's really dull.
Yeah, it's blue here too.
But
And then it
it's-
has
it's
some
good.
red. You know, I wonder if this would be like a jump bug or something. Huh.
And of course, it's got the door.
I
is
bet you
locked,
it is
so I
a
can't
jump
really get
bug.
inside it.
And it's a vertical game. I bet you this was a jump bug in its life. If I had to guess. Huh.
Really rough. I mean, there's.
So yeah,
would
so this
love
is a
to sell
cabaret,
the
but it's
game,
pretty
but
rough
this
on the
would be
side.
Probably the worst one I'd ever worked on.
Yeah, the MDF is crumbling. That's the problem, is that they made it out of MDF. It wasn't really made to last 30 years. And it's torn up on the bottom.
That's probably one of the first ones that'll come out.
This
You
one,
guys see that?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's too bad.
Trying to see under
This
here.
was in a,
Yeah, leg
the
leveler.
guy that owned it, it was in a store,
Okay.
a downtown store.
Yeah, it even has the bubble on the
I
back.
had a Coke machine. He traded me a
I'd probably put the Mega Touch in my workshop downstairs if that's up to play.
I mean,
I don't
it's
even know what
restorable.
games are on it, 'cause I've never even played one.
You can see the burn in from his
If I'm
pack.
not mistaken, that's the one that's got the
Yeah.
the brand on it.
And then this would have to be restored.
What are the chances?
This is falling apart too. I mean, it's swelled is the problem.
Like I said, I
If you
don't
put it
know.
on there, you could see it'd have to be sanded down pretty finely. Still possible though, because Joe Sabo now offers side art. It wouldn't be, I mean, we'd have to get rid of this, but he offers side art that's very close to this.
You see anything wrong?
That's that color, or you can kind of get the custom one that he makes. And then this coin door, I've seen better days. It has, let's see, 20,930. You could do the math on that. But it has the coin bucket too. And I would get that with the monitor, to be honest. Take the glass out. That's a jump bug. I'm pretty sure it is. So, does that have the boards in it too? Does he have the boards on this? I don't think he does. It's just gutted. The power supply's there. It has to be a jump bug.
Now I can see it.
Mega Touch. Yeah, they're like modified PCs. Looks like the CMOS battery's gone. I'm zoomed in.
All right.
Whew. Next one. Go ahead.
Your monitor is down here.
Wow. These are more newer with the flat screen. Huh. Oh, this is the Arctic Thunder monitor, it says on it. So these are the newer ones. I guess they're close to the D9200s. Do they have VGA cables? Curious.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. So, yeah. And then we got more parts. And let's see up here. Yep, there's the seats for the stuff we were looking at earlier in the other car. And he has some coin doors here. Over under coin doors. They got some monitors there as well. I don't know, I'd be interested in some monitors, I guess. Probably what, 25 bucks a piece? I'm trying to look on that. That looks like a K7000 right there. Yeah, that's monitor swappable, so I would totally take the K7000. I think he's getting 5 monitors today. We already looked earlier and he bought some ahead of time. So these may be his monitors. That one over there looks like a Geo7 based on the flyback. So let's check out some more over here. Wild Riders, that one we saw from the front. Atari, what is that? It's a sit-down Atari game. It's hard to see because a lot of things, oh, California Speed. And then this is Rush 2049, that's what it was, not Rush the Rock. These are modern VGA monitors, you can see down here.
Yeah,
so these would be, huh?
15.
15 bucks?
Yeah.
Wow. That'd be a great main monitor. Wow. Like I said, you like big games. Is this a skiing game or is that the skateboard one? Yes, it's the board, Top Skater.
Yeah. That's a big.
These are in nice shape.
That game actually works.
Wow. Let me see if I can, yeah, it's steady, I can hang on it. Wow, more games, let's crawl in here. Code 1 Dispatch by Konami. More hunting games. What is that? Wing Shooting Championship. Oh, it's a gun game. Got another Virtual Cop. Let's climb in here. Let's get in here. Tekken 4. Daytona, another one. Let's keep going here. Whew. It is hot. Virtual Cop. Let me climb up here. There we go. Let's see, we got Tekken. We got Ultracade, check that out. It's gutted, but it's there. Street Fighter 2 cab. Is that a Z-back? I can't tell, but it looks like it's a front axis control panel. That's a Neo Geo. Let's get in here deep, guys. And what I can do is, I don't have to get it today if I pick something here. I guess we can come back in the future where you can move it eventually. Frenzy, Express, Silver Strike. And when I tell you it's hot, this is an understatement. And it's pretty mild out today. So I'm just climbing up on here carefully without falling and killing myself. I'm back on the floor, okay. Sorry for the shaky camera, guys. Now I'm back here. So you got a Street Fighter. And we got another Street Fighter Alpha. Just dynamo cabs. This looks like it was a Neo Geo. I recognize the bottom here. Wow. Gutted Neo Geo cab. And then control panel. Kind of looks like a conversion. I don't know. It's hard to tell. This might have been, if you guys know, I'm no expert at Neo Geo, but which cab is this? Is it? It looks like maybe the 2 slot. We got another Street Fighter and a dynamo, and then we have a gun game over here. Yeah, it looks like a hunting game. There's a shotgun right here. More chairs. Sega Bass Fishing Challenge with a trackball. That's cool. I've never seen that. Tokyo Cop, Special Police. I mean, the glass, the monitors, man. And I asked him, I think we might grab one for 15 bucks. He has these over there, they're VGA monitors. Great for MAME. I might pick up a couple for 15 bucks. And I'm pretty sure they work, but if they don't, someone can still do something with them. This is a Sega game. Scud Race. Interesting. So, yep, so now I'm knee deep. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna climb out, turn the camera off, and climb out safely. All right, we survived. I'm backing out. So let's look over here real quick. I don't think there's anything else we need, but he just has a seat there. An old car. And a claw machine. So what you gotta love about these picks is they're, you know, in the middle of nowhere, but pretty cool stuff. Gotta sweat to get the good stuff, guys. Let's see what we got.
5 hours later.
What do we have here?
A mess.
Looks good. So we're back from the pick. This is the top speed that we picked up for Steve. And we're actually unloading stuff. We got a nice monitor right there that's necked. But it does have a K7000 and we got that for nothing. So
And we got the 5 monitors in there.
yep, so we got all these over here. And where's the big one? The big one's in the back here. We'll show you that a little later. But I got a nice VGA 25-inch monitor that got pulled from a machine. And it works. And that was like 15 bucks. And then we'll show you over here. You can see it's a Cabaret. What Cabaret is it? Do you guys know? We'll find out. So let's get this unloaded. And we'll be right back to inspect the game. The control panel, which I will rebuild on the channel from Gak. Chris Gak is hooking me up. He gave me the bro discount, which is awesome. Thank you. And we're gonna, you know, feature it on the channel, and I'll show you exactly what it is. He's giving me a new overlay, and then on top of that, you know, the panel itself. So we're gonna take this home with me when I go back up, and then we're probably gonna see if we can recycle the joysticks. I know it needs new grommets. This one's pretty much, you can see it's kind of floppy because it's probably broken, but I have those grommets at home. And I also have the 4-inch joysticks that are bigger for Robotron. So I got to see exactly what needs to go in there and what the other panel, if it's routed or not, I'm not even sure. So that's what this is. This was not in the pickup. The other thing that was not in the pickup that we're going to go over is this right here. This is a Ninja Gaiden that I picked up in a Midway cabinet. And we're going to kind of see what's behind the artwork there. I'm going to go through. I'm hoping to make this a gapless, but you know, you never know. Midways, you know, I mean, you can make it anything you want, really. But I'm not really interested in Ninja Gaiden. It's not my game. Has the controllers too. You can see here, we put some tools there, but you can see it has the top fire joysticks there. But we're most likely, or I'm going to most likely just remove it today. It is working. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get this Ninja Gaiden sold. The PCB kind of to pay for itself, and then we can just restore the cabinet and possibly make it a gap plus. It'll pay for artwork, etc., etc. This here is a millipede that he restored, and we'll get into that later. We'll probably have a last credit on that in the future. And then this is one of the cabinets he picked up. This is one, he actually started cleaning it up. You can see he has all the stuff down here with the Goo Gone. But this is Top Speed. That's the one we had inside. So if you want to see, I'll turn the light on a little bit. You can check it out. Artwork is in decent shape. You know, here and there you'll see like, you know, where it's missing. But it's going to be as is. It's going to be basically going to Fireball Arcade for Steve. And then Jay cleaned it up over here. It had a sticker here that said sold, and he took that off with Goo Gone. This is distributed by Romstar. It's actually a Taito game. And we haven't fired it up yet, but we're going to. It is working. We're just going to do some checks. You should always do checks before you turn it on for the first time. Just check voltage with it unplugged, make sure everything's connected right, etc. This one feels like it has force feedback, but we're guessing it doesn't. Not really familiar with this game, but it feels pretty hard to turn. I think just has some resistance. Not really hard to turn, just has like a gear in there. So we're guessing it makes it feel more like a car. But this is a 360, but it's a pretty neat game. I think it came out in 87 and Outrun came out in 86, so I'm sure it's a clone for Outrun. Chase HQ actually came out the year after this one in 88 by, Taito. So again, this is a Taito game. It's just distributed. US distributors is Romstar, and they have their marquee up here as well. So this is going to Steve. It's in nice shape, like I said. It's pretty solid. It's a solid cabinet. There's no real damage anywhere. And the artwork and stuff looks okay. It's passable. So it looks really good because Jay kind of cleaned it up. He put some simple green on it. The only thing that you can see that the guy did was he kind of drilled out the lock and made it wider in order to fit a credit button. And since it's going into a arcade environment where you got to pay, it's probably either he has to replace the whole over-under mechanism, or what you can do is, I guess you can put a blank one in there. They have these blanks that they sell that are black, and then drill that blank out to fit a regular lock in there. So, and if you missed that video, by the way, Fireball Arcade is actually an awesome arcade, and I did a video. Click on the link up above. And of course, the propper, they actually realized that nobody cares about brakes. So you just got to floor it, and that's it. Those are the controls. You just let go, I guess, to brake to ease off on the gas. But most games you don't brake. Outrun, I actually do use the brake. If you're an expert player, you do use it. But most people just floor it the whole time. And it's a typical switching power supply set up here. You got this right here plugged in right to the fuse, and then that goes to the filter, which goes to the isolation transformer, and then these two on top go to the monitor itself. And then let's see, these over here, you can see it's all plugged in. So it's pretty simple. It's JAMA, it looks like. And let me double check it. Is it? Yeah, it is JAMA. You can see right here. So that's the board. It's a double stack. And it is working. So, he just cleaned it up a little bit. Looks like it has a K7000 in there, which are usually easy to work on. Probably needs a cap kit. These look original, actually. They don't look like they've been capped. So, easy maintenance. That's stuff you can do pretty easy. And as far as burn-in, this is really compatible with modern TVs to do a swap, drop-in replacement. So I have a whole bunch at home, actually, if he ever needs it. But we're going to fix stuff like this. Looks like they just twisted it together with electrical tape. Where else did I see something like that? Oh, right here on the ground. And then here, I think Jay put this. Did you put this over it? Yeah, he did. Or maybe it slid down, but this is where they soldered it. And then he put this over it. Or I think it just slid there.
Yeah, you just slid down.
You slid it? It slid down, yeah. So stuff like that just have to be, buttoned up and stuff. But everything else looks pretty clean on this cabinet. It was actually pretty clean. He just vacuumed it a little bit, but it was pretty clean inside.
Yeah, vacuumed it, wiped it down, got the nasty sticky stuff off the screen.
Yeah, it looks good. He's going to be super happy when he gets it.
Yeah, I took the drill, and for those of you guys who want to know how to get rust off of your machines.
Where'd you remove it from? Where was it rusty?
The whole shaft was completely rusted.
Oh, you took it off, yeah.
Yeah. And Jay's the one that turned me on to this. Harbor Freight, you can get a whole assortment of these for like $6. Put it in an electric drill bit, and it's awesome for taking rust off, surface rust off, and things like this. We both did it to our Outrun.
I love how it has no brake. Check that out.
Yeah. Unlike Outrun. Just floor it and go.
And this is beautiful. We'll see this later. He did a whole restoration on this thing. And then the monitors, and this, by the way, this is a surprise that you guys couldn't see. I got a Miss Pac-Man Cabaret. Got a pretty decent price on it. These things are pretty expensive. Needs some work. The leg leveler fell off on the bottom. The wood is kind of broken there, and the edges are really rough. But Joe Sabo actually, I always talk about him because he does really good stuff, but he actually offers this vinyl if you want it to be wood, to be original, or you can do his modern version of Ms. Pac where he has a full side art and it looks really good. So I'm not sure what I want to do with this yet, but it's just peeling. All this is just peeling off is what it is. So hopefully we'll do a restore on that. Everything's intact. The joystick feels good. This game, I believe, was working. We didn't get to plug it in because we were on the field literally out where there's no electricity for that pick we just did. And then, you know,
Barn raised.
start and stop, yep. And then I believe, though, I took a peek inside. We can't actually get in the back door. We'll have to drill that out. But you can see here, looks like it's a bootleg board in there. It's not the full-size Pac-Man board. And so we'll have to figure out what it is. I actually disconnected the, I was trying to remove it. I disconnected it to try to do it, but I couldn't get it out. So I just left it disconnected. But we'll get in there. You can see the harness is right kind of down there.
I do have to point out, my garage was clean up until yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's full.
It's full of games, basically. You also picked up this. What did you pick them up for? You made a deal for 5 of them?
5 monitors, yeah.
They're like, what, 25? 75 for all 5?
Yeah.
Wow. That's good. So I missed that transaction.
Supposedly all working.
Yeah. So this here is the K7000. I picked up a free monitor as well with this. I'm not going to say what I got it for, but it was dirt cheap, considering, because it's just needed work. And you know, he wanted to not bother fixing it, but I was like, you know what? You know, he really thought the boards inside would be valuable as a Pac-Man board, and that's all he was going to use. But then I pointed out it's a bootleg in there, so it's not really worth as much as he thinks it is. So he got that monitor right there. Like I said, that was 5 of them for 75 bucks. It's a K7000. This one here is, I think it's a I think it's a Wells Gardner. It says here 6702. If you guys know what that is, it's 6702061. It looks like it's standard res because it has a switch over here that says 15. And I know what you guys are thinking. Hey, maybe he has a medium res monitor. It's not a medium res. This is actually enhanced up here at 17 kilohertz. And I have to see if I can maybe PM Ken Layton over on the forums on Club to see maybe like what the difference is. But I think it may have something to do with going overseas. When you go to 220 and steps down, you'll have to kind of switch it over. But right now it's set to 15. And I don't recognize the chassis. I mean, it's a different one that I'm used to. Looks like it has, with the plug, looks like you can plug it directly in the wall. And it may be true because it has this piece right here that may allow you to do that. So correct me if I'm wrong. I know it's not an isolation transformer, but it's called something else, but it acts like one, and you can do either or. So that's another monitor he got. And then this one here, I think it's cool. He got a vertical chassis out of it, which is awesome. And then this one is a 4900 inside there. Everything's intact. It looks good. And then this one here, I think is a G07. Yep. It's a G07, you can tell by this cap here and also the way the flyback looks. So this is the G07 that he got, horizontal. He got some stuff out of it too, you know, some rails for the chassis.
That one.
Yeah, they go back basically to the Defender there. Is this another one you got, Jay? No, this is the one I got for free.
Yeah.
He threw this in for free because it totally got necked. This is the K7000. And the K7000 basically, as you guys know, I have drop-in replacements, so I took it necked because all I have to do, I made sure I took the yoke, by the way, just in case I need it. But most likely, I'm going to take this out completely, drop-in replacement. This is a K7000. Don't know if it works or anything, but it was free. Neck looks okay, wiring looks okay, so free is free. And what's cool about this monitor here is that I got a frame out of it for free, so that is really cool, and it has the wood. So maybe this will fit in my Galaxian, not sure. But either way, chassis, I have the, you know, tube itself, and it has everything it needs. So I think this is a great, great find right here when we were picking yesterday. And then this here, I got for $15. What's cool about it is it's a 25-inch monitor. It might be 27, but I think it's 25. And it has a VGA connector. And he had tons of these. I wish I could get more. We just ran out of room. But I wanted to get more because this can be used in MAME. Because this basically has a plug. You plug it right in. You can plug it into a smart strip. It has the ISO kind of built in over here. You can see it right there. And this is basically used for, you know, MAME. And I'm not really interested in MAME, but there's a lot of people who want the CRT look and they don't want to use LCDs. And this is also 4:3 aspect ratio. So this is pretty valuable, you know, in my opinion, for what we use it for. So he had, God, he must have had 3 or 4 of them just around, right, Jay?
We just didn't have space.
We just didn't have space in the trailer. I mean, you know, we were trying to lay the games down and then it started raining. So it was important that we put the tarp on it and we had to lay them down to do that. So that's it. Anything else we got? You got, let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Show your Neo Geo single slot.
Oh, I got that, yeah. Here's another thing I want to do, 40 bucks. And check it out, it has Blazing Star in it. This is like a pretty rare game. Hopefully it's real, I'm gonna check and see, but we checked on eBay for sold prices. It doesn't mean anything if they're asking price, but the sold prices, these sold for like $168 just for the cartridge. And then it's a single slot. And what I want to do with this, a future episode, I want to make a bar top with Harman Customs where we can get his Neo Geo set, which looks really great. And we're going to put this single slot in it, make it JAMA, and then we'll just have to open the back to switch cartridges. Or we could put, you know, the multi-card in there, but I'm probably going to have it switch cartridges. I have Baseball Stars 2 at home, the cartridge, and this one here. So what a way to start it, Blazing Star. And it does work. You know, 40 bucks. So can't go wrong with that single slot. You know, he said he had a dual slot, and I was like, I was not even interested in dual slot. I wanted single slot just for that project. So really, really happy that I got this. So, and check it out. You can put controllers. That's awesome. So, yeah. So that's what we got. So is this one here? I think I got this one too. Yeah, so this is the 5th one. This is the one that I'm not sure. Oh, no, this is the Geo7. This is one, actually, I think he took out of one of the ones that he just got, and he washed it. That's why it looks so clean. But he got 5 monitors, I know for sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one missing that was over here. I don't know what he did with it. He might have put it on his bench downstairs to work on it. But yeah, so we came out pretty good. You know, and Steve got that for, if you want to know, that Romstar game over there at Top Speed, I think he got it for 200 and change, and it's totally solid and it works, monitor and the game. So, and this here I got really cheap. I can't believe I got another Ms. Pac-Man. Now I have a Cabaret and a full size, so it's pretty cool. We're gonna probably fire it up and check it out in a few just to see if it works. But it is cleaned up. He actually Windexed it really quick. We just wanted to get all the dust off of it, but it was all just dusty and stuff, so he just went over it real quick. But again, you know, this is all rusted out. It was actually in a trailer outdoors for years, so we rescued it. So there it is. I'll show you the problem with the bottom here. You can see I just tilted it. That basically is chewed up down there. Not too worried. You know, once I do it and I sand it all down, it's not swelled or anything, so I think it'll be fine. So we can kind of resurrect that and maybe have a Cabaret going on. And once we open it, we can really see what's going on inside. All right, so let's get started. All right, so we're coming in here. We're gonna actually check this out and I guess test the voltage, right? Yeah. That's the first thing we should do. Should we unplug it first? Like the connector on the PCB? Yep. Yeah, let me go on this angle over here. It's just a lot easier.
All right, it's like 3 different.
I'm gonna grab my multimeter. I actually got this awesome multimeter that it's the same brand of the last one I had, but this one, I think it's Tac Life. They're becoming pretty popular on Amazon. And this one here, I'll show you guys right here. This is it, and it's a little bigger than the last one, and it's the same price. So right. For like, I don't know, 20 bucks or so. Works really well, and even comes with a tester. I didn't actually have it on here, but it comes with a tester that you plug in to test transistors and stuff. So pretty neat.
All right, the board's unconnected.
All right, so now, what's awesome about this, you don't have to worry about the percentage. You just set it to DC or AC, and it tells you right there. So that's AC, and that's DC. So first thing we're gonna do is AC to test the 120 from the wall. Jay, is it plugged in?
No.
No, it's right here. I'm gonna check first to see if it's frayed.
No ground.
Of course.
Yep.
Always change this out. We're gonna change it because we have it. Or we could let Steve. I'm sure Steve has it.
Let Steve have it, and I can.
Yeah, we don't want to do everything for him. I want to make sure it's not on. There's no interlock at all. Looks like this is just built in.
And all the wires, all the stuff is disconnected from the PCB.
I'm just gonna test it right here. Well, before I plug it in, actually, I'm gonna unplug it. I'm gonna test continuity. So I'm gonna set this for, where did I have it here? It's continuity. And I think you have to set the mode. So I'm gonna set select. That's it right there. So you'll hear it. And what's cool is this thing is, if you could see when I'm putting it together, super huge.
That's a nice one, dude.
Yeah, and it has a case. This thing comes out of the case.
My flute doesn't even have a case.
I doubt you guys are going to be able to see that, but I'm going to leave it right there for now. So I'm just testing continuity. It's unplugged just for this. And it looks like it's good. All right, so the fuse is good. Now I'm going to set it to AC. I'm going to plug it in. Is there a power switch on there?
Yeah, it's up top.
And these are, I would love to sand these. These are all green. Sometimes the plug you'll get hum because it's dirty, but we might have to hit it with that drill.
Do you want me to?
I mean, we can later.
All right.
You can plug it in. Well, I plugged it in. Just turn it on.
Yeah.
So.
When you're gonna order the pizza.
Oh, a little bit later. Tell me when you're ready.
All right, so I have it set here. Just gonna put it on here. And we have it set for AC, so. All right, go ahead. So it's on.
Hey, even the marquee lights up. No need to
Yep,
change
we have it
the bulb.
unplugged here. I'm just gonna double check to make sure everything's good to go. So I'm putting one end here, one end here. And we get 121.3. Did you turn off the light? Oh, that was just you coming behind me?
That's the garage light.
Oh.
I'll turn it back on.
Yeah, I'm gonna test it up here as well. Let's see here.
Coin doors, lights.
121.6. So this is the isolation that comes out. This is what goes into the monitor. And that's it. So it's getting 120 fine.
All right.
I'm gonna set it to DC. And don't forget, when you're testing this, it's fine to have it unplugged. A lot of people say you can't do it, it stresses it out. It's fine. You can unplug it, but when you're testing it, you're not really gonna get the true values unless you test on the board itself. And I'll show you how to do that, but we're gonna go in here. Let me just double check my angle here. All right, so I'm setting my multimeter to AC right now. Once again, we'll test this just to see. And it's 121.0, 121.1, 0.2. That's fine. We're gonna do it down here too. 121, it's fine. The reason we're testing it here is because this wire could be messed up, and we already tested it here where the isolation transformer is going. That's 121, it's fine. Now I'm gonna switch it to DC, and it does it automatically. And we're gonna put one point right here on the ground, and the other one on this one right here. It says 3. It's supposed to be 12. And this is supposed to be, let me go in here. This is hard at this angle. This is supposed to be 5 right there. There we go. So it's 5.07. And this one up here should be 12, and it's 3.0. This is I want to say it's bad. We'll test it with a different multimeter. This one should be -5. It says -1.98. So, and this one here is 5. So it's very possible that this PCB only runs at 5 volts and doesn't use the 12 and the minus. You know, they just hooked it up because it's JAMA. But I would not trust this Power Master X2 no-name brand switching power supply. So we might have a spare that's used that we can stick in there. But for now, you know, let's hook up the board because he said it was working. And we'll test voltage on the board for +5. All right, let's check it out. Cool.
And watch the back of the car, dude. It cuts in half. Like as the car leans or turns. I don't know if it's a design flaw.
No, that's normal. That's the way it is. That's how they got it to work. Can't say it's the best quality game, but it's pretty cool. How's the steering feel? It feels like a real car, right?
It's really tight.
Yeah. That's a loud fan. He's gonna have to get a new one probably. So let's see. So 1987 Taito, distributed by Romstar, and yeah. Sometimes it'll save just the first 3, but in these games it doesn't. Okay. Well, he has the scoreboard up anyway that he has people write on. It's good track mode.
Yeah. I like the music.
He's gonna like it. Very good. And this shifter, it's pretty tight actually. It's not bad. All right, you want to move on to the next one?
Yeah, man. What do you want
All right,
to do
cool.
next? I think we should try getting into your Miss Pac.
I think so too. All right, guys. So we got the back open. We actually drilled the lock out, and then it was stuck. And then check this out. If you step to the side, you can let go. I got it. It was just hanging down, literally on the back door. And it looks like somebody didn't put these in here. So we're gonna go ahead and screw those back in. This is a makeshift monitor. This monitor actually, when we looked at the front, is crooked. So they put this in crooked. This monitor doesn't belong here. You can see here, this side here is bigger than that side. And it should really be centered a little bit to the right. Oh man. Talk about craziness.
You never know what you're gonna find when I got right here.
Is it long enough?
Yeah.
I got one already from the door. These are stripped, so is that one. Like it fell down, see?
Yeah.
It's not really grabbing, but whatever. So yeah, that was just hanging there. Holy
better
crap.
now. More money. Yeah, this has got all denominations. There's a dime there, a penny there.
There's a quarter right here.
Quarter there.
Wow. This thing is old. And this monitor, the fact that it was mounted like that. Look, they even made this bracket right here. You see that?
Yeah, you're right. That is too funny.
So they kind of jerry-rigged it to be in there. The whole thing.
Yeah.
You know. And it worked, I guess, for years. The bootleg board.
I want to fire it up.
Yeah, I'm nervous. I think what I'm going to do is we should vacuum down there and clean it out. The connector looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Someone took the time to do this. What I'm going to do is like some of the connectors, actually I can use this little piece of metal. Some of the connectors I don't want touching each other and they got bent. So I'm just bending them out of the way.
They don't short.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So lesson learned, always check your games before you turn them on. Look at this solder. Yeah. All right.
We'll see what happens first.
Fingers crossed. And this is the thing I'm worried about, as long as it doesn't fall.
Yeah, and you got a fire extinguisher right next to you, by the way.
Thanks.
That I brought up. Yep.
I'll put it right there. Good call.
Still no light.
Right. I heard a hum though. Yeah, I hear a hum. So the ISO is on. So I'm gonna do AC first with my gloves on. And I'm just gonna go here, straight to the source. And it says 122 volts.
Yeah.
All right, so now let's switch to, and what does ASAP stand for, Jay?
Always start at power.
That's right.
All hail Eugene Mosh.
All right, so this is +5, so I'm gonna go right here. So I'm putting it on the ground and +5. I got 6.74 volts.
It's high, turn it down.
And then, yeah, and then here, I'm gonna go to -5. I have -4.8 volts. And then 12 is 14.62. So you can't adjust the 12, but when you turn on the 5, the 12 is gonna automatically turn down as well.
You need a screwdriver?
Yeah, it's actually in there. Yeah, it's broken. It's not letting me. It's actually pushing in the machine. It's deep in there now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm gonna swap it out. Brand new, right here. This is from Arcade Shop. It's actually, Arcade Shop is the cheapest I found on the web. But this is a Hap Pro. I recommend everybody to use this. Don't cheap out in your power supplies because it can kill your boards. Yeah, let's put the monitor one at a time.
Oh, you need the monitor before the PCB?
Yep. Here we go. Let's see sparks. Actually, you know what? I don't want to be near this thing. Here we go. We're going to see a mouse run out now. Oh, I hear neck glow. I hear static.
You hear neck glow or you see it?
Yeah. Well, I heard that go boom.
Yeah.
You know, the typical sound that they make. All right. Let me turn it off. And now part 3.
Let me walk around front.
I want to make sure the board doesn't smoke or else I'll turn it off.
Holy cow, the marquee lit up.
Huh?
The marquee actually lit up.
Really?
I swear to God. And we have a working game.
Get out of here. Holy crap.
Unbelievable.
Let's move this over here and check it out. To like
Holy cow.
mess up, you know? Too much power. Look at that.
That marquee's better than the one I gave you.
All right, let's see. You put credits in?
Old girl. Well,
Let's see the volume.
Yeah, there's credits. It actually. Look at that.
The speaker's a little low. Fast Miss Pac. Whoa, it's all wobbly because of the leg leveler.
Is it fast? No way, dude.
This works better than mine at home.
You're kidding me.
Well, I just increased the value of this game. Very nice. Yeah, it needs to be...
Where's the volume?
You hear the sound?
Yeah.
It sounds a little off. I think it's because it's the bootleg.
Is the volume knob on the board?
It would be, yeah.
Alright.
See, you have a flashlight?
I cannot believe it works. Holy cow.
Dun, dun, dun. So I'm going to back up a little bit. I let myself die here. So check this out. The marquee is working. It looks a little jacked, like one of the bulbs is out or something.
It's partly dirty too.
Yeah, we're going to open that up and clean it up.
Shot.
Let's see here.
See if you can find volume.
I'm looking for the amp, which is to the right here. And I do not see a pot anywhere. I see dip switches. I can't believe... Oh, here it is. Ready?
Yep. It might be the caps. Oh,
Or not.
or not.
You hear the sounds are different?
It's definitely different.
It's definitely a bootleg.
I can't believe this thing. Alright, so everybody that's watching at home, and you'll probably see this in the video, of where we dug this thing out of was a 40-foot horse trailer. It sat out in for I don't even know how many years.
It's definitely different sounds. Set too loud, but still.
Ugh.
Yeah, the joystick needs some work too. It's a little squeaky. Now, I'll turn it down slightly. It's a little overmodulated. I would say this is a steel.
Oh, that sounds totally different.
Yeah. That's better.
Alright, so I was totally against him buying this, if truth must be told. I did everything I could to talk him out of it.
Let's look and zoom in a little bit.
It sounds so cool.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like a Game Boy or something.
Hey, if anybody has this version or this bootleg copy, please comment in Jason's video.
Colors are right.
Yeah, man, I can't believe it.
I'm gonna cap it. I'm gonna take it home tonight.
What?
I had my other car because I was not expecting to grab this. I was just gonna help you out and just check out the thing.
I didn't want it.
Wow.
I still feel like I need a tetanus shot after
You
playing.
missed the other one?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool that I have a bootleg, I have to say.
It really is.
I have 4 Miss Pac boards at home.
And not just a bootleg, but a cabaret bootleg. The controller is definitely off.
Yeah, it needs to be totally rebuilt and just lubrication, cleaned and lubed. You even hear the ding ding sound? You got it. I want to see Act 2. So hurry up and finish. It's not bad for a bootleg. Back in the day. Jay, you're pretty good. You gonna wait or just get it?
I'll wait. Well, what do you want me to do? You want me
I don't care. You see the whole thing shaking because of the leg. Greedy bastard. All right, let's see.
I can't.
It just has like a different sound.
Dirt?
Yeah, that looks like a smear. We're looking at the marquee now and it's kind of dirty. Yeah, everything's the same. It's unbelievable how they got the AI. You know, they copied the ROMs, but they just basically build the hardware around the ROMs. That's what they did. Wow. Think you'll get to Act 2? You went for the wrong points there. No, don't do it. Ah! I knew it.
Greed. Got it?
Oh, it is.
No, they all are. They
It
all
is
are
plexi.
lit. Yeah, look, it's dirty behind it.
Yep. Is that dirt? Can you guys see that? That's paint.
Aw, man. For real?
Yeah.
Why the hell did they do that?
Magic eraser time.
Okay.
I wonder why they did that. I don't know.
Do you think Magic Eraser will take that off? Because I don't want it to go through and eat the rest of it up.
I'm trying to.
And all the bulbs work.
I'm trying to pull it out.
That sucker is actually alive.
I'm gonna test the voltage real quick because I have LEDs.
Look at this. There's a little spider here. He was inside, dead now.
All right, so we're putting DC voltage here, and I'm gonna just. Yeah, well, actually, let me see if I can bring you guys over and see. Yeah, so I'm just testing voltage on this to see what we got. We got 5 volts, so a 6-volt bayonet bulb should work. I have one in there. If you have a 6-volt bulb, it'll actually go down to 5, so it's good to go. If you put a 6-volt in the 12-volt one, that's why I measured it, it'll actually melt the LED bulb.
Yeah, we know that for a fact.
Yep, found out the hard way, and we're like, why are they melting? Let me pop it in there. See the difference? So I'm gonna go up a little closer so you guys can see that. So you have these bulbs right here, right? Then you got this right here. It looks super bright. It's actually very soft white. It's casting like a shadow on my hand and stuff, versus these, which are a little warmer. They look red almost here. So I'm gonna put those in, it can't hurt. Those bulbs are super cheap when you get a whole bunch. I got like, I don't know, 20 packs at a time. So let's go ahead, I'm gonna switch the rest out. Might as well. There you go. Much better.
A little bit.
Yeah, you can see a crack.
Yeah. Well, it's actually a scratch.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, see.
Okay.
I think that's what they were trying to do. And then they
gotta wipe it down.
Terrible. But I got it all off.
Nice.
91% isopropyl alcohol and Magic Eraser.
So that's it backwards. You can see where there's a scratch like right here. I'm gonna zoom in. Can you hold that?
Yep.
Let's see. So that's it exactly backwards. And you can see the scratches right here. So that's it. That's it right there. Goes right across all the way. So, all right, turn it around the other way.
It looks better than your other
It looks
one.
way better. You know, part of this is going to be hidden actually
Yeah.
for this scratch. I could see how the other bulb cooked the marquee right here, and there's like a fade spot here, but now it won't do that anymore because we have the other stuff in there. The same thing over here. It's a little area that's kind of like, you know, but now it's not hot at all.
And I was gonna buy this, and I backed out and decided not to buy it. So,
Yeah, and
now you have it.
yeah. And the coin door has seen better days, but coin doors are easily restored. I mean, easily. You get it down to the metal. I usually use hammered black by Rust-Oleum to give it that texture that feels like powder coat. And then that's a little gray. It's a slight off black, I call it. It's like, you know, a little grayish. So then I take another coat when I'm done, and I do a couple more coats of satin black right on it. It comes out the perfect color with the texture underneath, and it comes out great. So this is it. I'm gonna go inside again just to show you guys. So that's a brand new power supply. Sometimes it's worth swapping out stuff because you never know, you know, what that can do to a board. But it seems pretty rock solid. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna desolder that wire that's hanging there. It doesn't need it. And I'm gonna probably just tighten up that one and put some shrink tubing over it. And, you know, just so it's consistent. Or I can just go it from underneath, you know, so it doesn't look ugly on top. I might do that. Very cool. So by the way, we're gonna give you a little hint so you can watch. Maybe the next episode we'll get into this.
Yeah.
But this is a Ninja Gaiden that I picked up. And I already told you about it earlier in the video. We kind of cheated. We looked underneath, and guess what was underneath that, guys? So he cleaned up the side for me. Check it out. He actually emailed me a picture like, dude, it is a Ms. Pac underneath. But not only is it Ms. Pac-Man underneath, it's in mint. I would say this is close to mint. Stenciled. Look how bright that is. No fade. There's a little bit here from holding on. We want to do the other side. And what I'll do, I think I might dedicate an episode to that for part 3 for Ms. Pac-Man
So
Restored.
Miss Pac-Man's aplenty in the last couple of months.
Right, it's amazing. And what's cool about this is that I don't know what I want to do now because I wanted to put the prototype Ms. Pac on the other one. Now I'm like, well, if I have this in such great condition, what I may do is just put the guts into here and make this my Ms. Pac.
Which is what I think you should do.
As is, and then I'll take the other one, since I have to paint it and do everything anyway, and make that a gapless.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah, I really wanted that prototype artwork. It was kind of cool looking. But I may just take this. I mean, this is original. I can't wait to see what the front is. The only thing with the front is it has the bolts here.
Here's an idea.
So
You should ask them if they could make the prototype artwork in cabaret size
that would be cool.
and put it on here with the
Oh,
board.
Yeah. That would be cool. That would be Pacific Arcades. That would be really cool. Yeah, that's true. And then the fact that it sounds different will make people think that it's the prototype when it's really the bootleg. Let me know what you think in the comments. Maybe something I can do or not. I don't know. Okay, guys, that about does it for this episode. So I got really lucky that I knew a friend who kind of contacted a guy at a secret location. You know, he really didn't want to let everybody know where he is because then they'll all kind of bombard him. But it really was cool. They let him on the property with the cameras and stuff, and I was able to climb and get sweaty, and it was super hot inside the actual trailers and stuff. It wasn't hot that day. Imagine if it had been, it would have been crazy. But we were basically picking stuff. You know, where I got this, like I said, this PCB set for Neo Geo that was working. We tested it. I also got, you know, the Cabaret for like $80, which is a steal. It was in bad shape. It does need work. And as you saw, we went through it and we finally got it working. But that was a pretty good deal. But, you know, it would have just stayed in the trailer otherwise, just sitting there. So we kind of saved it and we're planning to restore that. I did get, you know, the ROM Star game that you saw for Steve over at Firewall Arcade. There's a video I did on that with a walkthrough. You can click here to see that as well. It's really cool. And the other thing that we did, I'm just trying to think now. We got all the monitors, so I still have monitors to test. I have to recap some. I got the one with the neck tube, which I still have to pull and see if I can do a tube swap, so we'll have that in the future. So if you're not subscribed now, you really should be because you're going to miss a lot of stuff. But I have tons and tons of stuff. I usually come out on Fridays. Sometimes it used to be around 10 o'clock, but now my schedule is changing. And that's another thing. I may change it to Saturday releases instead of Friday. Let me know what you think in the comments if that's better for you. because I like to interact live on Saturday in order to do that. So maybe Saturday morning at 10 o'clock instead of Friday. I'm still playing around with that, not really sure what I want to do. But again, my work schedule has just been a lot, crazy, and it's a lot easier if I'm able to work, on this show on Friday as the last thing before I push it out on Saturday. So let me know what you think in the comments. So again, hope you enjoyed the episode. We are going to finish that Ms. Pac-Man one. It's a multi-part series. You can click on the series up here to kind of catch up on that. But we're transplanting. We already shot it and everything. We're transplanting the old one, which I wanted to make the prototype, into this brand new, or what looks like brand new side art from this Ninja Gaiden that I got that you saw in the episode. So I'm really excited about that, that we're transferring that. I already shot it, so I actually have it here. You just can't see it off camera. And I just have to get some artwork from Mr. Joe Sabo at Sable's Arcades, who does excellent work with the reproduction of that. He reverse prints everything. So I'm probably going to get the reverse printed bezel, the reverse printed marquee, and the control panel as well. And we'll go ahead and restore that. And I'll just slip them in and you'll see how that goes. And don't forget, with the old cabinet, I'm actually going to take the older one that I originally wanted to be the prototype, since I was going to sand it anyway. I'm going to change that into a gapless. So I really like the gapless art. It just looks pretty badass in my opinion, and I believe Pacific Arcades is the guy who does that. So I'm going to get it from him, and I'm going to make it look like a gapless. It's probably going to have gapless in there, but I really love Galaga, so I'm going to probably put a Galaga on one side and gapless on the other, and have like a multi-switcher in there of some sort. Speaking of multi-switchers, I still have to do that JAMA machine for my Smash TV. Right now I have Smash TV and Total Carnage in there, and I have to swap the connectors. But I had a 2-in-1 that was very cheap, a long time ago. It ended up breaking, and I just kind of switched it and left it alone. But now that it's having some issues with the harness, since I'm going to change it all out, I figured why not have a whole episode dedicated to it, because Jim from Riddle TV actually sent me, for no cost, thanks again Jim, the brand new, I guess, prototype version, or his test version of the multi-switcher, where you can not only switch JAMA boards, but you can switch any other board. So if I wanted a Karate Champ in there, which is compatible with the board layout, or with the control panel layout with the, the 2 joysticks, you can easily just buy that adapter, plug it right in, and fire it up. So it's all menu driven with buttons, so it should be really cool doing that. I'm going to rewire the whole thing, so that's another series I have. So we have plenty of projects to do over this winter. I know it's getting cold out. I'm actually trying to get all this stuff done outside, but we'll definitely, probably next episode, we're going to do the switch where we take the old and the new, like I just talked about, and probably the control panel outside. So, the weather is getting a little colder, and you don't want to do that outside or inside with the fumes. So you definitely want to be outside, but you don't want to be outside when it's cold and stuff. So, okay, so don't forget to hit me up on Twitter. I'm at Del's Arcade. I'll answer your questions there. You can always email me at delsarcade@gmail.com. And of course, I'm on Instagram if you want to follow me there as well. So we do have merchandise as well. I wanted to mention that. So we have merch. The link is in the description below. But you'll see here that I have the t-shirts, I have the mugs, I have, hats, I have all that stuff. And it really does help out the channel. And I use everything, and the proceeds for that all go towards, buying wireless mics like this one here, or, equipment and stuff like that, or trips that I take. So it all goes towards you guys, so have no fear on that. Okay, so that about does it for this episode. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care.